Hands on me, got the yellow brace. Check off in my pocket like the yellow paste. Was when I was asking. Low facility, I keep it classy. Build an empire, yeah, that was my state of mind. Yeah, that was my state of mind. Keep the block.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a good one on tap today, and there's going to be two quarterbacks ready to get it done on the gridiron. It's Roethlisberger's Steelers going up against Carson Wentz's Eagles.
Thank you, Larry. It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look live there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, fly, Eagles, fly, as they get ready to match up with the Pittsburgh Steelers. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
Now it's Roethlisberger. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. Give him 7 on the play, and that'll make it a second down. Now Roethlisberger to throw. A screen to Bell. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. And give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's third down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Play clock winding down. Now with a play clock at 4, we're going to get a timeout called. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Now it's Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. Roethlisberger hooking up with Brown to get the Steelers a first.
There's no doubt about it. That's just one of the best connections in the league. Big Ben throwing it to Antonio Brown, and Antonio Brown has turned himself into such a player. A low-round draft pick, but you can't beat his determination or work ethic, and Big Ben welcomes that.
And Big Ben won a Super Bowl 23, youngest ever to do so, has never looked back. He couldn't get the edge there. It wasn't sealed, so maybe not all on the guy running the football all the time on those tosses and the pitches that go to the outside.
No, not at all. I would agree with that totally, because sometimes the defensive guys, they win the edge battle. And when they do that, there's no place for the running back to go, especially for offensive line.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Michael Kendricks. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. Three and a half to go, first quarter. Now a first carry for LeGarrette Blount. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now a toss play to Blount. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
So under the category of, while it can't be us because we're not that good, but could you imagine if this was you? LeGarrette Blount, his first 1,000-yard season since, what, 2010, his rookie year? And 18 touchdowns.
And I think the ball's out.
On plays like this, when the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays, too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
And he's got it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll go to Blount, try and pound it in. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. LeGarrette Blount punching it in from a yard away. And the Eagles have taken the early lead. And he's got it up and through. Elliott now to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. But before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara
in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Vinny Curry able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2, but they face a 2nd and long to start things out. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. And with the play clock reading 4, we're going to get a timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back.
And on 3rd and 3, they decided to go with a dime package. Yeah. 6 DBs.
Yeah, you're right. They've got 6 out there. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped. But I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
After the penalty, it's Bell. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
Let's go now.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts, and still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on 3rd after that incompletion. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. And he finds McDonald. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23. You know, when I see passes like that, I'm reminded of something you and I talked about yesterday. Big Ben was a wide receiver the first 3 years of high school, sitting behind the coach's son, and then he finally got that opportunity. I think he's made the most of it.
It's always the coach's son, isn't it? But you know where it helps him? When he looks downfield, he knows what the receivers are going to do. He actually has wide receivers' eyes when he's throwing the ball.
And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll, in fact, tackle him behind the line.
Partner, you mind if I take off this headset and put on a coaching headset?
You want to get this running game going?
I want to get this running game going. I'm going down there and saying, gentlemen, we have got to run the football. We've got to get it going right now.
Yeah, to this point in the second quarter, it has been a struggle. On 2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. The passing game in rhythm right now for Pittsburgh. There's another 1st down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from running the football, but you do say, guess what? We can throw it. We can throw it well with a whole lot of confidence.
They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Nigel Bradham not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. They go play action with Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down again. Nigel Bradham in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. They go play action now. Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And incomplete, almost intercepted. Had a great shot at picking that off in the end zone. And now 4th down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing. Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
Barry on to punt as he gets this one away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Eagles will have the football at the 20-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses.
And Blount loses the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Even the great ones, some of the best, they're not immune to the fumble, and here it really hurts them.
If the ball gets away from any runner's body, that's when the defense pokes at it, swipes at it, swats at it, and finds a way to create a big play for themselves.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but 3rd MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season, 0-9.
Yeah.
Getting all the way back to Kurt Warner in, what, 1999 when he won the double?
We were going over that stat earlier. That is hard to believe.
But he would have been the MVP had the Patriots pulled that one out.
Yeah, he still has 5 rings, though. 5 Super Bowl titles for Brady. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense.
LeGarrette Blount, the 30, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. LeGarrette Blount, he scored on the ground and through the air, and the Eagles have taken the lead. But he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who is a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers. Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he'll be knocked down sideways at the 49. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
In motion left comes Bryant. On second down, Roethlisberger. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. And the Steelers on third down, they've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Off the play fake, here's Roethlisberger. On the left side, it's McDonald. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. And complete to Zach Ertz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. An Eagle first down, Wentz to Ertz. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
10 yards still left on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll run again with Blunt. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. On third and long, it's Wentz. And he connects with Ertz. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A very solid gain of 27. On the toss, this is Blunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. On second down, here's Wentz. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off, it's the Pro Bowl corner, Joe Hayden with it. The 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Again, here's Blunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Now Wentz on third down. And this is going to be incomplete. Well, too much oomph, too much mustard there on that pass.
They really turned it loose, didn't they? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. They do go for it. It's Wentz. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Roethlisberger. Going to throw deep, and this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And able to get it across the 10 to the 15. They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a first down. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
Well, there was pressure all around him, so the only play was to try and get out of there. I think it was an excellent effort by him just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Wentz to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down.
There's no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
Now Brown breaks through the contact. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the linemen to work.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get in and run him down for a loss of 14. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And they'll put Bryant in motion left. Time running out here on the play clock. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Taken in at the 11. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A good pickup there at 22. On first down, Wentz. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Javon Hargrave breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. Wentz now giving to Blunt on the draw. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And at this stage of the game, time a factor, time on their side as they just try to eke out the final precious moments of this one. They'll try and run some clock now with Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. Antonio Brown, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Here's Roethlisberger toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a 1st down. Getting late here in the 4th, and if this team has any chance to win this football game, their defense obviously needs a stop here. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. Play action. It's Roethlisberger. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Fletcher Cox able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Here we go.
Throwing now is Roethlisberger. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Two huge plays there down the stretch. The sack on second down. Now they force the incompletion. That's going to lead to a do-or-die fourth down.
And they look like they've got the confidence right now that no matter what gets thrown against them, whatever play gets run, they have the ability to shut it down. They're just brimming with it right now.
Taken from just outside the 30. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. They'll begin here with Blunt. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Back to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Bud Dupree. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw. And it'll wind up being intercepted.
McDonald, the man in motion. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he's brought down. And now the Eagles going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And as the 2 teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This is 3rd and 11. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And some room to roam now. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it. So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Roethlisberger going to throw it. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Brown. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me.
One final try now for Wentz. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off. It's J.J. Wilcox. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick.